All right, so guys, both of you are wanted from other jurisdictions. Both of you are asking me to set bonds on your cases. I don't know anything about you, but I have to get to know you within the next 15 minutes to see who you are, whether you're a danger to my community, and most importantly, whether you're actually going to go back if we set you a bond. I don't know. Let me find out about you and we'll see whether we're going to set you a bond or not. Okay, so Mr. Hunter.
Yes, sir.
You were wanted out of 2 different jurisdictions. Tell me about it, please.
He's wanted out of the state of Tennessee, Your Honor. The first case is a computer offense between $60,000 and $250,000. The warrant was issued December of 2023. The other charge out of Tennessee, Your Honor, is a financial exploitation of the elderly or a vulnerable person. I don't have bond issue for that, but it was also issued December 2023. He's got a local case for theft between $150,000 and $300,000 out of the 337th with a $100,000 bond. The next setting is March 11th of this year.
And I see that this is another elderly case as well, huh?
Yes, sir.
What other prior history does he have?
His criminal history, Your Honor, consists of mostly misdemeanors, 3 DWIs out of Orange and Jefferson, and an obstruction and a theft, misdemeanor theft.
Okay. I don't know, you've got a lot of baggage and you've not made bond on the felony case, so.
And there's a North Carolina hold as well, Judge.
Oh, he's wanted out of.
Yes, sir. And that is for obtaining property under false pretenses and
Hopscotch with the states, man.
elderly.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Sorry, my friend, but.
Can I speak, Judge?
No, don't. So you've got a lawyer. I'll let you talk to the lawyer. The problem is that anything you say, they can use it against you. So it's just, here's not the forum to fight the case. The only thing I got to understand, you got to realize is that you're wanted out of multiple states, multiple jurisdictions. And so it scares me to give you a bond because are you going to actually go back? So that's one. Okay. And who's the other gentleman that we have?
Jonathan Hernandez, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me about Mr. Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, Your Honor, is wanted out of Orange County, California for the charge of oral copulation of a person, sexual battery, and attempted sexual battery. He's on a $50,000 bond. That warrant was issued in January of this year. He has no active cases here locally. And I don't believe he's got criminal history.
What is states? What's your position?
Your Honor, I'm opposed to the bond due to the nature of the offenses there in California. They're of a sexual nature. I just don't know that Mr. Hernandez is a good candidate for a bond at this time.
Do you know if there's anything that carries a life sentence?
I don't believe it carries a life sentence.
Chablis?
Yes, Judge. From my understanding, my client does not know anything about these charges. I brought this to his attention on yesterday. He would like an opportunity. He does not have any local cases. He would like an opportunity to go to California and set a bond or turn himself in, as opposed to waiting the 14 days. He's ready to get on with his life. He's asking if the court would consider setting him a bond.
Did you have anything else you want to add?
There was, I misspoke earlier, Your Honor, there was a misdemeanor DWI, but it was dismissed.
Right, I saw that. How old are these cases over there? Do we know? Were they 2Bs? Did he have knowledge that these were open and he took flight? Mr. Hernandez, I want you to understand one thing. If I do set you a bond, it needs to be sufficiently high that you take us seriously and that you're actually going to go back. I don't know yet if I'm going to set you, but if I do, it's going to be substantial, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 digits, so that you understand. And if I set you a bond and you make that bond, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself into the jurisdiction that you're wanted from. I'm going to tell you now, I don't play games. So if you make bond and you take off, then I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I will set your bond at 0, and it's not going to happen again. Once I do get you, this time I will hold you until California comes and gets you. Do you understand?
I have no knowledge that he was aware of the charge, Your Honor.
Do you know when were they filed? Amy, when were the charges filed? Was it recent?
I only have the issue date of the warrant, Your Honor, which is
When was that?
January 3rd of this year.
The bond set in California is 50?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If you want, has he already waived?
Yes, Judge, he waived on yesterday. In the event that you didn't show up today, I just didn't want him to sit there and not have any time
Right.
counting.
So I'll cut it in half, Chablis. I'll cut it at 25. Okay.
Yes, Judge.
You need to understand also one more thing is that I'll set your bond at 25,000. Okay. If you want to make that bond, you have to withdraw your formal waiver. Once you withdraw that waiver, you lose all the credit that you've built up as far as the 14 days for the demanding jurisdiction to come get you. So what I can do is I can put you in back, let you speak to your lawyer to see if that's something that you want to do. If you need time, we can also do that as well. I mean, nothing has to happen fast. But once you withdraw that waiver, you lose all that credit. So I'd hate for you to do that if you're unable to make the bond. So what we can do, I'll put you in back, give your contact information for your family to Chablis. She can reach out to them to see if that's something that you guys can do. I don't want you to just withdraw it without knowing and then you lose all that credit. That sucks, you know? All right. Okay. So I'll put him back, Chablis. Just give us a ring and then you guys let me know what you guys want to do.
Yes,
Okay.
Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Please.
Okay, pause right there. This is where extradition law gets real. When someone is wanted out of state, especially for serious charges like sexual battery, the judge isn't just thinking about bond. They're thinking about flight risk across state lines. If he posts bond here but disappears before answering to California, that's a disaster. So the big question becomes, does he actually have a realistic plan to get back, or is this a loophole attempt? What would you do? Trust the family's word or lock it down?
Approaching on Hernandez.
And I am now, Judge. Yes, he's one out of California for oral copulation of a person, sexual battery, and attempted sexual battery. State would be opposed.
Typically, you're unopposed when there's a bond that's set in a demanding jurisdiction. Here, it's set at 50,000.
Typically, I do, but just with the nature of the offenses, obviously, I'd want to hear more about him being able to secure his return back to California because of the distance and the egregiousness of the offenses, his ability to secure the bail there and make the bail here. I'd want to know a little bit more about his flight risk and his ability to return.
The other thing I base it on was that it wasn't a new case. It's a new case, meaning that the warrants were literally issued just a couple days ago. So it's not like it's been languishing like in the other case since 2023, you know?
Yes, that is true. These are 2Bs, these aren't FTAs. And ultimately if I heard more, and it probably wouldn't persuade me to get to a point to agree to a bond, but not a low bond.
This is not a low bond.
And so, but part of that is, again, being able to hear more about the defendant having the ability to self-surrender and successfully make it back to California, whether by way of someone driving him there or if he has the funds, because making the $50,000 bond there and whatever the court puts in here, obviously that's a big consideration.
You want me to wait, essentially?
Well, I didn't know if counsel had anything already on hand.
Can you shed any light?
I called him in the back and he's indicated that his family is able to.
And that is the turning point. When a judge says, "You scare me," that's not emotion, that's risk assessment. Multiple states, similar charges, a large theft from an elderly victim. This isn't just about bond money anymore. It's about public safety. Judges are mandated to weigh community protection over convenience. So let me ask you, at what point does someone's record become too heavy to ignore?
He has a DWI, that was dismissed.
You want me to bring them both back out so I can admonish them both?
Please, Judge.
And then I'll
Bring them both back out, if you mind. So Dave, on Hunter, he wanted to be rolled to tomorrow to see if he could reapproach to try to, you know.
the $25,000 bond.
No. The other one where I denied.
You denied him?
I denied on Hunter.
I thought you said it was 25.
So Hernandez, Hunter is.
Oh, I conflated the two cases.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm good. I am unopposed to both of those. rolling it over for the no bond, and if
No. I'm saying, but I mean, what sense is there in rolling it when,
oh, I thought that was
yeah, I mean, if you want me to, Chablis, I will, or we
No,
can.
Judge, I would prefer
But-
that you talk to him today. What he was trying to tell you was that about the lawyer and that he already had that secured. And I explained to him that I don't believe that that would make a difference because of the pending case in North Carolina as well as Tennessee. If you could admonish him and tell him that, then we may not
Sure.
have to come back tomorrow.
Understand that don't matter whether you come back tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks, you have a lot of baggage. You've got this, you now have an open theft from an elderly of 150 to 300,000. You've got the same two cases in Tennessee. You also have a hold out of North Carolina. I'm not going to set you a bond. It's just way too much baggage. And you scare me, quite frankly, you know? Don't say anything. It doesn't require. I get it that you have a lawyer over there. But the deal is this, is that if you truly do have a lawyer there and you're able to, somehow your lawyer is able to work where they release the holds over there, like you're able to post bond in North Carolina, you know, that would release the hold here.
I didn't know about the case in North Carolina until just now. Didn't know anything about it.
Well,
So that came this morning, Judge. When I was talking with the state earlier, they said, FYI, that there's a pending hold in North Carolina. So when I spoke with Mr. Hunter on yesterday, neither one of us was aware of the North Carolina case.
and that's okay, but we're letting you know now that there's a lot there going on. And so if you have a lawyer and your lawyer is able to work Tennessee as such that they can release the holds, then that would release the holds here and you're able to post bond on your case here, and then you're out. But
This is high-stakes judicial chess. The judge just laid out the ultimatum. 2 weeks or everything collapses. And here's the part people don't realize. Fugitive bonds don't work like normal bonds. No easy 10%. You're paying serious money up front because the court assumes you might run. So now the clock is ticking. Does he actually make it back to California, or is this about to get worse?
the more baggage you come here with, the higher, just it's not going to happen. So wanted to bring you out to let you know whether you come back tomorrow, whether you come back next week, the answer is just not going to change. You know, my primary concern is the protection of my community, and I'm going to do it at all cost. That's it. Now, Mr. Hernandez, you got to understand, I set your bond, I've cut it in half from the other case, but you have to understand that you are an inherent flight risk. So before I sign your waiver withdrawal, you need to understand that on fugitive cases, you're not going to get the 10% where you're going to have to pay $2,500 and you're going to get out. It's a fugitive case, so you are a flight risk. So you probably will have to pony up most, if not all, of the bond to be able to make bond in this case. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to get back to California once you get out? Okay, you have someone that's you can't get on a plane, try to get on a plane, it's probably not going to go well. So you're going to secure some other kind of transport to get back to California. Yeah, sure. But understand that we only give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to do that. If we call in 2 weeks and nothing has happened, you've not turned yourself in, or you've not posted that $50,000 bond, I'm going to revoke this, set it at zero. All that money's gone, and you're going to be in here again, and I won't do this again. Do you understand? Okay. Day, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I'm just drafting the reset for the defendant to sign. I got the withdrawal waiver from counsel, which I just printed out. Did you want defendant to come back out for admonishment for the signature?
No. That's why I'm letting him know now. That way we can take care of everything at one time. Chablis, is there anything that you wanted to add?
I just want Mr. Hernandez to know, so I've already signed the motion to withdraw the waiver of formal extradition. So that means that if your family doesn't make the bond for another 5 days, then you've essentially lost the 7 days. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
He withdrew 7 days ago?
No, I'm saying if he sits there for 5 days and he
I
signed it
see.
on
Got it.
yesterday.
Right. So because you are going to withdraw this waiver, if you're not able to make that bond, you're going to have to waive again And then you're going to be sitting for another 14 for California to come get you. You understand this? Okay. All right.
It's going to be reset to February 13th for Hernandez.
Do you need me to
Thank you. Sorry, one's for the court, one's for the.
That's where you're sitting right here.
This is the judge. Yes, thank you.
Oh, here it is. Sorry. I thought I saw it. All right, guys. I wish you the best of luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.